Welcome to the deep dive. So, if you spend any time online, you've definitely seen it. Video content is just, well, it's absolutely everywhere. It's dominating social media, marketing, how we learn everything. But let's be real, making good video the old-fashioned way, that can be a huge headache. It takes so much time, right? Plus specialized skills, often pricey equipment, complicated software, and sometimes you even need actors, voice actors. It's a lot, a real barrier for many. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit, because that's where AI video generators come in. Think of this deep dive as your shortcut to getting properly informed on this really cutting-edge topic. Our mission today, to cut through all that hype you hear, pull out the really important insights, the specific details that matter to you, so you can navigate this whole AI video thing with actual confidence.
That's exactly right. And this isn't just speculation about what might happen someday. What we're sharing today is built on some pretty extensive testing, expert analysis, and real feedback from people actually using these tools. We've gathered all these, let's say, nuggets of knowledge from different places to give you a really clear, practical picture of where AI video stands in 2025.
Okay, so setting the scene for 2025.
Yeah.
It really does feel like video is just unavoidable, doesn't it? Is it fair to say video is truly king now? Especially in areas like social media marketing, it just seems to be exploding. What's behind that?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just hype. It's become, well, the main pillar for a lot of content strategies, especially on social. All the data points to it. Video gets more engagement, people remember it better, and it drives better conversions than, say, just static images or text. So yeah, if you're not doing video, you're probably missing out on a big opportunity.
And that brings us right back to the core problem, doesn't it? Because even though it's powerful, like you said, making traditional video is just, it's hard. It eats up resources. You need the time, the specific know-how, the gear, the software, maybe even actors. It's a big hurdle for a lot of people who want to use video effectively.
Exactly. But this is where things get really interesting. AI video generators, they basically promise a way around all those obstacles. These tools are saying, look, you can create high-quality videos just from text, from a script, complete with visuals, sound, even those ultra-human-sounding AI voiceovers people talk about. And the claim is you can do it in minutes, sometimes even for free. And that technological jump, it's led to this, well, explosion is the right word, isn't it? So many AI video software options, AI editing tools popping up everywhere. But before we get into the results of all the testing, maybe give us a quick peek behind the curtain. How do these AI systems actually learn to make a video from just text? What's the secret sauce there?
Yeah, good question. It's definitely not magic, though it can feel like it sometimes. It's actually really sophisticated engineering. At the heart of it is machine learning, ML, and natural language processing, NLP. Think of it like Siri or Grammarly, but way more advanced and focused on visual output. These systems basically learn by processing massive data sets, billions of existing videos, images, text descriptions. They learn patterns, how objects look, how things move, what words mean in context. And that's how they can then generate surprisingly accurate, contextually relevant videos, even from a simple text prompt.
Okay, so with all these tools flooding the market, it really boils down to this key question for you, the listener. Can you actually create a good video using AI? Like, genuinely good?
Right. So just to define it clearly, an AI video generator is essentially software that automatically makes videos based on what you feed it. Usually that's some text, like a script, maybe a rough storyboard idea, and then you pick some settings, some parameters. But AI takes all that and, well, puts together a video for you.
And what kinds of videos are we generally talking about? The common stuff you see includes like animations, slideshows, talking head videos using AI avatars, screen recordings, and also those stock footage videos, the B-roll clips you use to fill things out.
Exactly. And the ways people are actually using these AI-generated videos, it's incredibly broad. We're seeing them used for everything from, video ads, quick social media clips, promotional stuff, demo instructional videos for employee training, how-to guides for customers, also things like interviews using AI avatars, product explainer videos, demos, educational content for online courses, even summarizing events.
So what this really means for you listening is, well, if you're trying to produce more content, scale things up, or maybe just find a more efficient way to get into video creation without the usual hassle, this tech could honestly be a game changer for how you work.
Which is precisely why we dug deep into the actual performance. We wanted to ground this discussion in reality, not just potential. So how did we gather these nuggets of knowledge? Through several pretty rigorous evaluations. For example, there was a P2P marketing review that's peer-to-peer, experts evaluating tools. They tested top AI video generators based on user reviews, ratings, features, customization options, costs, support, the whole package. And then MASV did a really interesting comparative test. They took 10 different tools and gave them all the exact same, really specific and complex prompt. Something like a cinematic shot of a futuristic coastal city at golden hour, with tricky details like bioluminescent algae growing cyan along the waterfront. Then they compared the results based on accuracy, realism, consistency, creativity. Really put them head to head. Synthesia also did hands-on testing with creative prompts like a ginger cat chasing a laser pointer on a sheepskin living room rug to see how well they handled, more whimsical or specific scenarios. And on the more academic side, a PMC study took a very thorough approach. They used over 200 different text prompts to generate more than 1,000 videos across 5 different AI models. These were then evaluated using automatic metrics, things like checking how natural the video looked, how closely it matched the text prompt, and something called an inception score, which basically measures realism. But crucially, they also had human evaluation. 24 people provided almost 50,000 ratings on how well the video aligned with the prompt and its overall perceptual quality.
Wow, okay, that's quite a range of testing, from expert reviews and direct comparisons to hardcore academic analysis. So what does all this mean? I guess the bottom line is we're not just skimming the surface here. We're really trying to give you insights based on how these tools perform in the real world with objective measures.
Exactly. And if I had to distill one key insight from all that testing, it's that while AI is getting incredibly good, incredibly efficient at generating things like realistic avatars or straightforward template-based videos, its performance on truly creative, complex, nuanced prompts, that's still a bit of a wild card. It varies a lot between tools and even between attempts with the same tool. So the takeaway is AI can churn out volume and handle utility tasks brilliantly. But for genuine artistic flair or intricate storytelling, human guidance, curation, maybe multiple attempts, that's still essential. Think of it as a superpowered assistant, not a replacement director.
That's a really helpful framing. A co-pilot, not the pilot. So knowing that, if you're looking to pick an AI video generator, what are the absolute must-haves? What should you be looking for to find the right fit?
Right. Based on that understanding, several factors are critical. First and foremost, ease of use. This came up again and again in the evaluations. It's probably the single biggest factor for quickly getting content out the door. Look for really intuitive interfaces, drag and drop functionality, tools that automate annoying bits like syncing voiceovers or building scenes from templates. The goal is you shouldn't need to be a pro video editor. Some tools let novices create decent videos in under an hour. That's huge. Second, think about customization options. Flexible templates are great, but you need more for brand consistency. Can you easily change fonts, colors? Can you tweak animations, transitions? Especially with AI avatars, can you refine their look or background? This is key to making the output feel like your brand, not just some generic AI video. Third, critically, the quality of AI avatars and text-to-voice. If you're planning to use AI presenters, this is vital. Prioritize tools that generate avatars with really realistic facial expressions, natural-looking gestures. An uncanny valley avatar is just off-putting, right? And for voiceovers, check the range of voices, accents, languages. But also, can you adjust the pitch, the speed? Does it sound genuinely human or robotic? You want it to connect with your audience. Next up, look at the library of media assets and personalization. Does it have a big, built-in library of stock video, music, sound effects? That saves a ton of time and potential licensing issues. Also, some platforms offer advanced personalization, like integrating with your CRM, maybe Salesforce or HubSpot. Imagine creating videos that are slightly tailored to different customer segments automatically. That's powerful stuff. Fifth, consider the AI-powered editing tools within the platform. Can it automate things like transitions between scenes, cropping videos, syncing audio? Some even suggest edits or automatically find visuals and music. These features can seriously speed up the polishing stage. Then there's scalability and integration, especially if you're thinking bigger projects. Does the tool support generating videos in bulk? If you need hundreds of product videos or training modules, that's crucial. And how well does it play with your other tools? Can it easily connect to your website's CMS, your marketing automation software, your social media schedulers? A smooth workflow is key. And finally, of course, pricing. But don't just look at the sticker price, think about the value. Many have free plans or trials, which are great for testing. But compare what you actually get for your money across different tiers. Look for flexibility, maybe pay-as-you-go options if your needs fluctuate. Definitely try before you buy to make sure it fits your budget and your quality needs.
That's a fantastic checklist, really practical things to look for. So with those factors laid out, let's get into specifics. Can we spotlight some of the standout AI video tools and maybe highlight what they're particularly good at, help people match a tool to their actual needs?
Absolutely. Let's start with tools known for realistic presenters and avatars. Synthesia is definitely a major player here, especially for professional, more formal videos. They boast incredibly lifelike avatars, over 230 of them, speaking more than 140 languages. Pretty amazing. And a cool feature is converting documents like PDFs or PowerPoints straight into videos with these avatars presenting. It's also excellent for video dubbing, keeping the original voice tone but with perfect lip sync in another language. But it's important to remember it's not really built for super creative, artistic, or cinematic type videos. Then you have DID. They're also very strong on human-like conversational AI. You can pick their standard presenters or upload your own image to animate. People often praise their natural facial expressions and lip sync quality. And Eli.io is another strong contender, especially if you need AI voiceovers alongside those talking head avatars. They get props for how natural their AI voices sound, and crucially, they let you create custom avatars and even clone your own voice for really unique branding. Okay, shifting gears to creative and cinematic videos, especially tools that can handle those complex prompts we mentioned. Kling AI has been getting buzz for being filmmaker-friendly. It has features like good lip sync and extending shots, which is useful. In those comparison tests, it scored well on accuracy and creativity, handling tricky details quite well. I saw some Reddit users saying it has the best video gen control with its motion brush right now. Just a heads up. The free plan can be quite slow. Generating might take hours, whereas paid users get results in minutes. Runway, specifically their Gen 4 model, is known for more stylized cinematic clips. It offers advanced controls like a motion brush and camera angle adjustments. Sometimes the outputs can be a bit strange. We saw one test where a generated cat suddenly grew a third tail when it moved fast. A funny reminder that AI physics isn't perfect yet. But often the initial frames can look superb, really nailing realistic lighting and textures. It did well in tests, like accurately showing a cat chasing a laser. Hilo, which you might also see called Minimax, is seen as a serious competitor. It's recognized for producing very realistic videos, often with a good sense of visual storytelling or framing. In one test, it gave one of the best and most complete interpretations of a complex prompt with very few mistakes, showing it understands nuance well. Plus, they offer a pretty generous free plan with daily credits. And then there's Google Veo. Veo 2 was noted for good quality, good physics, and importantly, no watermark on outputs. But Veo 3 seems to be the real serious leap forward. People describe the quality as incredible, with amazing prompt following and physics. And here's a unique thing. Veo 3 does native audio generation, sound effects, background noise, even dialogue, sometimes with surprisingly decent lip sync. The catch. Veo 3 is expensive, no free plan, and currently it can't do image to video, only text to video. Adobe Firefly has a key differentiator. It's trained on legally acquired datasets. This means its output is generally considered legally safe from a copyright standpoint, which is a big deal for businesses. It tends to have a strong visual aesthetic, almost like a concept artist style. However, reports suggest it might struggle a bit with highly realistic or complex movements, especially for characters. And OpenAI Sora. While it definitely can produce those jaw-dropping visuals you hear about and has features for storyboarding and blending, tests have shown it can also produce surprisingly low-quality results sometimes with inconsistent physics or weird character movements.
Huh. So even with Sora, the one that gets maybe the most headlines for those amazing visuals, consistency is still a real issue. It really sounds like you can't just pick one tool and expect it to do everything perfectly. You have to know its strengths and weaknesses.
That's exactly it. Sora is often described as hard to trust for consistency. It might be great if you want something abstract or experimental, or if you're prepared to generate lots of versions to find a gem. But for reliable, predictable output, especially with complex actions, it might not be the go-to yet. It really underlines that understanding the nuances of each tool is key. Now, for tools focused on quick, easy, and template-based content, FlexClip often gets compared to Canva. Users say it's easy and a lot like working in Canva. Great templates, big media library, good for simpler slideshow-style videos. InVideo is also highly praised for simplicity and being user-friendly. It has a huge library, over 5,000 templates, and lots of media assets. People say there's almost no learning curve. You can basically jump right in. Designs.ai has a straightforward text-to-video feature, but apparently offers quite extensive editing and customization options once you get into it. Wondershare Verbo focuses on creating videos without watermarks from text, images, audio, or even just a URL. It also does AI avatars and has a neat viral clip generator for summarizing longer videos. And VD.io positions itself for creating scroll-stopping content in seconds from text prompts. It generates the footage, narration, captions. It's also noted for having highly accurate auto subtitles and includes a pretty comprehensive video editor built right in. Lastly, a quick look at some niche and emerging tools. LTX Studio is interesting because it targets AI filmmakers specifically. Its unique feature is storyboarding functionality to help plan out narratives. Though, candidly, reports suggest the actual video output quality isn't always top tier yet. Seems like it's still developing. Vidu offers lip sync and has templates specifically for generating meme-style videos, so it could be useful for quick, trendy social content. And OpenSOAR is worth mentioning. It's an open source project on GitHub aiming to make high-quality AI video generation more accessible and efficient. It supports text-to-video, image-to-video, video-to-video, representing that move towards more user control and transparency in the AI space.
That's a fantastic tour of the landscape. It really drives home the point that the best tool isn't a single answer. It completely depends on your specific needs, right? What you're making, your budget, the look you're going for. And I bet many professionals are actually mixing and matching these, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe creating a still image in one AI, then animating in another.
Absolutely. That kind of hybrid workflow is becoming really common, using each tool for its specific strength. And if we zoom out and connect all this to the bigger picture, these AI video generators are genuinely changing the game for content creation. The benefits are pretty profound. First, the massive time and cost savings. We're talking potentially reducing traditional video production timelines by 90% in some cases. Think about eliminating the need for expensive film crews, studio rentals, actors. And that leads directly to the second big impact, the democratization of video. Suddenly, high-quality video isn't just for big companies with big budgets. Imagine a small business owner, maybe an artisan, who can now create polished product demos themselves without hiring a whole team. Or a teacher who can quickly create dozens of engaging video lessons for their students. This accessibility isn't just about saving money, it's sparking entirely new ways for people to make a living too. We're seeing YouTube channels built purely on AI content, a rise in freelance services offering AI video creation. It's making professional-looking video available to almost everyone.
That shift in accessibility is really something. Democratization is the perfect word for it. But it definitely raises a big question for all of us, doesn't it? With this tech evolving so incredibly fast, what does it mean for the future? The future of video content itself, and maybe the future of creative jobs.
It's fascinating to think about. Looking ahead, you can plausibly imagine things like AI directors that understand narrative structure and can plan entire scenes from just a concept. Or hyper-realistic avatars that don't just look real, but can express genuine, nuanced emotions in real time based on the context. Maybe even fully immersive, 360-degree AI-generated films that could adapt to viewer choices. It paints a picture of tools becoming exponentially more capable, really pushing the boundaries of what we even consider storytelling.
Wow. What an incredible journey we've taken just in this discussion. From the hurdles of traditional video to these mind-bending future possibilities, it really shows the immense potential and just how fast AI video generation is evolving.
And hopefully now you have a much clearer, more comprehensive understanding of the main players in the AI video space today. You know about their different strengths, their capabilities, and maybe most importantly, those key factors to consider when choosing the right tool or combination of tools for your own specific goals, whether that's for business or your own creative projects.
So here's a final thought to leave you with, something to mull over. As this AI video creation technology gets more and more sophisticated, maybe even capable of generating entire films. How does that change the definition of filmmaking itself? Or creative storytelling? What new roles, maybe even more essential roles, emerge for human imagination, for artistic intuition, in a world where AI handles so much of the technical craft? Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.